Hi. Hello. Been a significant amount of time since upload. Time to make a new video. Now, unlike the times that I have stopped doing before, I come back with this elaborate and excuse why I wasn't doing it before. The reason this time is because I obtained called a real job. I worked at the Home Depot for like 4 months or something. Now, that didn't necessarily prevent me from making videos, but I no longer cared about making videos because I was selling hardware at a hardware store. Clearly, much better use of my time. However, I no longer work there. So I am back here to complain and make videos. Mostly complain. Now, read the title of this video would know what this video is about. But in case you're blind, I got trapped inside of a Home Depot after hours. Typically, not when you want to be there. Allow me to set up our little story. I was there. It was around my first day working there. To set it up, what my job was exactly. I counted numbers that night. I kid you not. I got in and they said, "Hey, we want you to count numbers of our inventory. We have inventory, and they all have numbers. So they wanted me to look at those numbers, look at our chart of numbers. Say, okay, if those numbers are like these numbers, all good. But if they're not, then bad. You need to make new numbers. The numbers are like the first numbers. A little complicated, and yes, I didn't go to college for math so that I could do different math at minimum wage. So I am there. My numbers. Loved counting those. I was walking, I was like, yep, that's the number, and oh, this is a different number. We've got to change that. And I was working, and then lights, or should I say, turned off. Needless to say, that's a little surprising because I typically like lights to be on when I'm doing things that require eyesight. So I look up, and I'm like, well, this is a problem. I'm going to figure out what's going on. So I'm walking through the aisles. The lights turn back on because they're proximity based. They don't use light switches. It's based on there are people moving in the building, the lights turn on, turn off. No one's moving. I'm like, okay, maybe moving off happen, I guess. But I thought to myself, like 9 p.m., any customers, which is there, it's a hardware store. People usually shop for hardware at 9 p.m. Then I notice no employees either. So I'm continued walking and walking. Still don't find anyone. Okay, this is not ideal. So I start walking towards the back office because if there's anyone here, the closing manager would. So I was walking to talk to them. I get like right before their office, as if a sign from God. The alarms started yelling at me. At this moment, I made a stern realization. I was not meant to be here. I had triggered our security proximity alarm, and the alarms were yelling at me, building. Like, ah, okay, I understand. Immediately grabbed my jacket. All right, skedaddle time. Went to the doors, and they're locked. Something strange about our alarm system. Apparently, the longer they go off, they get louder. So it started louder. I have the alarm yelling at me to get out of the building. Meanwhile, the building is keeping me in the building. I have not been that emotionally confused since my ex wife. I'm there. I want to leave, but they will not let me leave. I am walking around an exit anywhere. Someone left the door unlocked. Surely someone left the door unlocked. No one left the door unlocked. There were no unlocked doors in that building. I'm walking around frantic, like I don't want to be. Then, a miracle. Call Savior. Realized I was called to try and find me, see if I. However, if you've ever been in one of these big hardware stores, have lots of phones. My savior decided to only call one phone, which happened to be the phone farthest away from where I was standing. So I did not make it to the phone. My savior, bless their heart, decided that they would call only once and then give up. I did not catch the phone before it stopped ringing, so they gave up on trying to call. Thank you, savior. Very cool. So I there quite a while longer. Eventually, the manager figured it out. Gave me a call. I was like, "Hey, I'm here," and they were like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to be there." I'm like, "Yeah, the alarms told me that. So I'd like to not be here." Oh well, you can't leave because the doors are locked. Yeah, they sure are. So can you unlock them? I'm like, oh no, just go through the emergency exit. Aren't those connected to like police alarms? And they said, and I kid you not, oh no, those aren't connected to anything. So, since our alarms weren't connected to the police station, or any reasonable, I decided to just go through our emergency fire escape. Triggered two more alarms, to be clear. Triggered a silent alarm, as we just discussed, doesn't do anything. But it also triggered a second, more angry alarm than the first. I had two alarms yelling as I was leaving the building. So I was on my way out. Man, this was a night. The manager came and was like, "Hey, well, oops, guess I forgot about you." And that's not an exaggeration. They literally forgot about me. They got everyone who was supposed to leave and told them, "Is this everyone?" And everyone was like, "Yeah, I think this is everyone." So not only did no one inform me that on that specific day we were working an hour less, so we were supposed to get out earlier, but on top of that, everyone forgot I existed. So that's a pretty cool. Not all bad though. They did write me a check for $16 for my troubles. That was pretty cool. I really don't understand how this happened. I was not given information about these things. It's generally just inconvenient. Uh, really, the most complaining I about them freedoms. Yes, it. I'm complained. I'm done complaining. You can leave now.